I'm Johnny Scoville. Oh man, this is Chase the Heat. Somebody give me a 5x5, please. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know why I always do that. I always stick the jack in after I get started. So if I sound okay, give me a 5x5, or just give me a 5. It doesn't matter how I look; it's how I sound. Thank you guys for being here. Is anybody hearing me? Let's see what we got here. Oh boy. See that? Tracy gets it. He threw me a 5. So does Dean. Dean, you're funny, dude. I love you, man. Inside joke with me and Dean. Hello, everybody. Krista Melinda, Miss Sunrise, Don Mischief Managed, Keith Kigman, Noah Wright, Silver Surfer, Jane Aldrich, Arabian Bard. Thank you for being here. Lynn, Arundel, Brock Bandy, Barbara. Is all. Just Joan. I appreciate you guys being here. And I hope I don't miss anybody. Hopefully get to everybody before this is over. Heard you, good to see you. Z, good to see you. Megan McCamey, thank you for being here. Matthew Peckham, hello from Colorado. Mr. Brock Bandy, wielding that wrench like a madman. Bizzle's got a few questions. Good. I might have a couple answers for you. Left Eye Pat, man, oh man, we got some amazing people here. Lilac, thank you for being here. Heat Seeker Pepper Eater, love you too. In Johnny's voice. All right, so now listen, I want everybody to understand something. I'll never ever do a bait and switch on you guys, ever. Never use clickbait. Tommy is sick. He was absolutely. You saw yesterday. He committed to it yesterday. Tommy ate his dinner with his bride-to-be and then had a reversal of fortune. He got food poisoning. He is sick. So he is not going to be he's canceling the night yard tonight. All right, so that's kind of a bummer. So the good news is you got one Scoville. Bad news is it's me and not Tommy. But prayers for Tommy. I appreciate you guys. We're going to wait a little long before we get started. Let some more people get here. Philip DeSanto from Colorado. Gets a bunch of people from Colorado. You know what? While we're doing this, tell me where you're at. Got a couple of people from Colorado now. Laser Show is here. I feel better now. Thank you, Laser Show. James Collins Cares is here. All right. Wes Lightburn, thank you for being here. Just me being me. Analog Adventures. Pretty exciting stuff. So this is Sober Weekend. Sober Weekend. There's weird weather going on right now, you guys. So prayers for everybody. Lisa Trimble in the house. I don't know about you guys, but I personally feel a little bit better. This is an important one. We're talking about sobriety and the path to get there. So if you could hit that like button, because more people will end up seeing this, and that's kind of an important thing. Mike Chili Eskimo Stoltz, good to see you. Tommy's tough. I feel bad for him. Food poisoning is a drag. It really is. Allison, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. All right. Diane, thank you for being here from Salt Lake. I've spent a lot of time in Salt Lake. Noah says, I love everyone in this community. Thank you, Johnny, for bringing us all together. You know what? I'm just a lucky idiot behind the wheel. The bus is yours. I'm just the clown driving it. Lego, how you feel? But thank you. Lego, how you feeling? I hope you're feeling good with your hiatal hernia. Got to watch what you eat, bro. I don't know how it's going to affect you with spice, you know. Thank you, Herja. You are a rock star. My mom, you know what? She's getting better, but she's just, honest to God, she's just one of those women. I've never seen her sad. I've never seen her lay down. She's just a beast. Like, beast of a little woman. Short, but tough. So, but she's doing okay. Thank you for your prayers. It means the world to me. Thank you. Honestly, it does. B. Hendricks, take the path to sobriety. You'll live. Man, I'm telling you something. You need to do that. You like movie quotes. Always. Here's one. Do dogs pee on brick walls? You know what? I don't know what movie that is. How about that? You'll have to let me know. Mr. Turd Ferguson, I'm new here, but I'm here from Massachusetts trying to recover. You know what? You're in good company. We all are trying to recover. We're all broken vessels, man. Thank you for being here. Z, freezing in Southern Illinois. 7 days sober for Turd Ferguson. You got to be kidding me. That sounds to me like a New Year's resolution thing. A little pain med and the wrapper for sauce. It's 7 days sober. I'm proud of you. It's an important thing we're talking about. There's no such thing as too far gone. The fact that you're here, anybody here, I don't care how lost you think you are, the fact that you're sitting here listening to my voice, looking at my ugly mug, it means you can be saved. True crime nut. Good to see you. Snowy in Ohio. See what I'm saying? Weird weather everywhere. Balaki, good to see you. Matt, I haven't gambled in over a year. Got pretty bad. You know the interesting thing, Matt? First of all, here's to a year. I'm being in control of something. I want to tell you something. It's such a good thing that you said that, because it doesn't matter whether if your addiction is sugar, if it's weed, if it's alcohol, if it's pulling a handle, making a bet. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's shopping, the pathways to recovery are the same. So we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. I'm glad you're here, and stay strong. It's worth the fight. It doesn't have to be a substance to destroy you. You guys understand that, right? Gambling, an addiction's an addiction. So beating it. Everybody who's beaten addiction is a walking miracle. You guys get that, right? And from Massachusetts, man, a lot of people from Massachusetts. I spent a ton of time in Massachusetts. Used to live there after college. Allison, I'm not addicted to drugs or alcohol. I used to drink less Coke, or I need to drink less Coke. You know what? I need my glasses. Sorry, people. Holy mackerel, look at that. It's Allison Palumbo. I need to drink less Coke and try to lower refined sugar and carbs. I eat healthy for a bit, but then I revert back under stress. You know what? The most important thing is identifying that. Keith Kingman, welcome to the family, Turd. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? I just had to say it. I saw it. I'm like, I can't not say that. I have to. Happy Phantom, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Noah says, someone near and dear to me is struggling to become sober. What can I recommend to help them? Here's the weird thing about that. It's whether everybody who's in an active addiction has a window. We all have windows, and sometimes the window's open and sometimes it's not. If the window's open, they're going to be receptive to what you have to say. If the window's not open, it doesn't matter what you say, or it doesn't matter how you say it. It's not going to follow them. When the student's ready, the teacher appears. You guys ever hear that? So a lot of it's just, that's why they do that's why they pull people together and do a what do they call that? Where they attack you and they force a artificial ground floor, a rock bottom, because you aren't reaching one. So a lot of times, here's the problem with me. To keep continuing on with your question, with my problem is, Jojo, good to see you. I was really, really great. Cody G, good to see you. I was really, really great at. It doesn't matter what I ran businesses on dope, like shooting dope. I'm not joking. And no matter what buzz I was on, what my addiction, I could make it look like I was functioning. And the problem with that is, people on the outside, if you didn't really know me well, you wouldn't know that I was hovering over a rock bottom, right? So it really depends on where your friend's at, how well you know them. It's a sketchy thing to even talk about with somebody. I don't know. It's a tough one. I wish Tommy were here. He's sick as a dog. He'd have some better ways. The few times I've ever confronted somebody, it has to be done out of a place of love. You know what I mean? Inside of every person who's addicted, somebody who doesn't want to be. Nobody digs their addiction. I don't care if you got the money for it. Nobody digs the addiction. Nobody. I don't care what they say. You might be in love and addicted to your substance. That's it's the love of your life. That could be, but nobody likes addiction. It sucks. It's the worst thing in the world. So we're going to talk about that. All right. So what we're going to, Turd Ferguson says, anger is my addiction, but it always leads to drugs. I don't want this life anymore. I want to be my best me for me and for my family. You deserve that, and so do they. And you're in the right spot. These are so special, meeting like this, because Turd Ferguson, I'm not trying to laugh, but he's able to talk about something very, very heavy, right? Nobody's looking at it. We were trying to meet and a civic center or some meeting hall, and you're going to sit down, walk across the room, sit down. You think he's going to stand up and say that? But when you speak about something, you steal its potency. I promise you, just saying that and having me say those words out loud. You typed them, but I said them, and you heard them back to you. They're powerful. But you can do it. You know what I mean? You can do it. The thing is, the anger is the addiction, but it leads to drugs. It's all tied in, man. It's all brutal. So I'm glad I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Just Joan, for the prayers for Mama Scoville and Tommy and Reese taking care of a sick man. He's a sissy when he's sick. Hit the like, people. Shout out to Bellingham, Massachusetts, one of my favorite cities. I've had a lot of fun in Massachusetts. I lived in Norwell for a while and in Boston for a while. Laser Show watched a really good podcast today on dopamine. I have a theory about addiction. You want to hear it? I think that people that look, you have two infants and one has the genetic predisposition for addiction and one doesn't. You do a brain scan, their brains look different, even though neither one of them have used, right? I'm the one with the brain over on this side that had that brain. I had it. I did. I think I was born with an addiction to dopamine. I think that's what my addiction is. And I do what I do to get my dopamine. I don't know if that's right. It's just something a gut feeling. Naughty Naga. I love a Naughty Naga. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Left Eye Pat says, have you thought of maybe having guests on Sober Sunday to share their stories? Yes, I have. And tools they use to stay sober. Absolutely, I have. And we are going to be doing that for sure. Coordination is a challenging thing just to get people. You know what I mean? Speaking of, real quick, let me show you real quick what's happening Tuesday. We have Zach Perkins from High Desert Sauce Co. He's going to be on After the Burn. And then on Thursday, it's a little bit more than tentative. This is a very exciting one. You know. Hot sauce legend, John Hard. You know. They're a legends. And then they're like legends, a word that's tossed around way too often. That guy's a legend. So I'm super excited. Intervention. Thank you, Kim. Kim is blue. Isn't that crazy? I couldn't think of the word intervention, but that's what an intervention is. I don't know if your friend's ready for an intervention. You know what I mean? No, it's a hard thing. You know what I mean? Just say it out of love. If you're coming from a place of addiction, with me, I'd say, you know what? I've been there, dude. I'm not judging you. I've been there. When you're ready to talk about it or for some help, let me know. Maybe try that approach. You know what I mean? That way, it's not a judgment thing. It's not saying, I know you got a problem. You're lobbing it out there and seeing if he bites the lure. You know what I mean? I don't know. Allison is a certified health educator. I'm so glad you're taking the time out of your schedule to hang here for real. I've helped others develop and live a healthier life. Literally a physician heal thyself situation. Yep. You know what? It's if you look at who are the experts in addiction and recovery, all people who've been down that road. Who wants to listen to somebody? That's why if you have your five, we talk about five people you can call if you're starting to move in that direction. They have to be somebody in recovery that's solid. You know what I mean? And the problem is we start moving this direction, we don't even notice it. You know what I mean? It's like a tub. Think about a giant tub of water. Not even a giant, just your bathtub. If you have a bathtub in your house and you pull the plug, stuff on the surface, in the very, very top, on the very far end. The second you pull the plug, you can't see it, but it's already started to move that way. That's relapse. That's how I see relapse. I'm on top of the surface. And the thing about relapse is, we talked about it. The way you can identify relapse is seeing changes in your behavior, right? Well, if you have tons of good things you're doing in your life, it's a lot more easy to notice changes in your behavior because you stop doing those things. If you don't fill your life with good, important, quality things, good, positive habits, that's a lot harder to identify you sliding in the wrong direction. Bizzle asked, did you like Shakespeare in high school? It was a weirdo. I did. There was one. I liked English class. I liked writing and I liked English class. So believe it or not, I did. Isn't that crazy? I'm glad you're sober, Johnny. Thank you, Aura. I am too. I was not a good drug person or addicted person at all. Please subscribe to Tommy's channel. It's Lifeboat. He's way better at this than I am. He's read every book there is, and he says it more eloquently than I do as well. Turd Ferguson says, same here. No one can believe it when they hear I was using what I was. No one knew. Well, how about the thumbnail? I was really going to talk about this with Tommy here. And I'm getting to everybody's comments. A comment or question, please do me a favor and throw a bunch of big Q's in there so it'll catch my attention, okay? the picture, the thumbnail, I chose that thumbnail for a reason. What do you see? It was really funny. I think Diane said 2 young studs or young whatever. Very cute with hair, and now they're 2 bald guys with hair, without hair. You know what I mean? But if you look at that picture, we look like all American boys, right? We smuggled drugs. We were in Bermuda. We smuggled drugs on that trip. Not just one type of drug, a bunch of it. We weren't smuggling. This was a long time ago. Back then, you just put the drugs in your pocket and got on the plane. No one said, hey, what do you got in your pocket? They stood next to me. They'd smell it. But we brought stuff. I was probably tripping on that beach in that picture, believe it or not. So don't let it fool you. That's the reason I picked that picture. I wanted to show you the looks are deceiving. You could have somebody who you think they have it together. Have you ever known somebody, you find out they're addicted and you're like, what? You ever have that person? They're out there. You know what I mean? Lisa Canty, thank you for being here. Please hit the like button. She asked you nicely. Come on. Right? Mischief Managed, engaged for not even a week, and she's already trying to poison the guy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Big Bob from Vegas. Angie Kier, thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Heard you has a question for Turd Ferguson. Said his name is Ryan. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Here's the deal. I know his name is Ryan. I'm going to call him Turd Ferguson. It's too good a name. It's a great Saturday Night Live skit. And tell me, doesn't it just kind of roll off the tongue, a little Turd Ferguson action? Happy Phantom is grateful for everybody in this community. Thank you for being here. Do you know how important it is? This is a really important step. It's okay to lurk. There's nothing wrong with lurking, but I promise you, and anybody who's been on the lifeboat for a while can tell you, if you become invested in somebody else's sobriety, you become, it does worlds for years. I want to show you something special right now. I'm really excited because we have, this is a beautiful thing. How about this? Analog Adventures. Dylan sent this to me today. 3 months, 22 hours, 25 minutes, and 42 seconds. That is his sober time. I'm proud of you, Dylan. That is so cool. And if you want me to put yours on there, email it to me. Put it in the comment, in the subject, sober date. All right? And we'll get yours on the next one. Here's mine, and I'm really proud of it. I did this about 3 minutes before the show started. 5 years, 8 months, 26 days, 7 hours, 53 minutes, and a handful of seconds. And if it weren't for that, what you're looking at right there, there wouldn't be this right here. That's the plaque that you guys all helped. It's your plaque. It just sits on my wall. That's your plaque, people. I'm just the clown who gets to display it. But it happened because of this. Without that, I promise you, I was the guy that was never, ever going to achieve my best using. And the problem is, even using, my best was better than most people's when they weren't using. So it was, you know what I mean? I navigated. You ever watch people wing surf or wingsuit skydive? They're having a belly like a riverbed. I was doing that this far over rock bottom. I just kind of hovered like that. I did that for decades. And I don't. So let's talk just for a minute. A few more people I'm going to say hi to. Hang on a minute. Carlos, good to see you. Out of my ongoing 15-year dope addiction, only the first 2 months were pleasant. I'm floating half a centimeter from that bottom on the barrel. Yeah, I hear you. Listen, you're in the right spot. Talking to people, doing the, you know what? Listen, I'm a broken record player, and I'm sorry, you guys, if you're really young, a record player is something you used to put a little vinyl disc on, had a needle, and it would spin around, and you could hear things with it. Sometimes they'd break, and they'd skip, and they would stay on one thing. It would repeat itself over and over again. That's me. I say the same things all the time, but Phil, like we are all there. Look at, you're just like me, all right? You are just like me. And I'm saying I'm talking to you. You're just like me. You pick up a habit just like I do. Habits are easy to pick up. Getting rid of them is hard, right? So fill your day with good habits. Make your bed. Journal in the morning. Journal at night. Make sure you eat 3 times. Make sure you're sleeping enough. Think about these things. Talk to people. Have an accountability partner. Somebody you don't just jot stuff down with. Talk to people. But fill your day with these positive things for a couple of reasons. Number one, it won't leave time for the things you're trying to get away from. But number two, You have all these good things in your life. When you start to relapse, like when the plug comes out and you start to move towards the drain and you don't even notice it yet, you'll notice it because you didn't make your bed this morning and you haven't journaled for 2 days straight. Trust me, I fought Tommy. If you knew how much I fought Tommy so hard about the journaling for so long. You know what I mean? I really, really did. It's so important. Okay, so I'm so far behind in the chat. So hang on just a minute, you guys. Bob Shield, I actually started drinking again. Not like I used to, but for all I know, but not like I used to, but to know for a fact I'm headed towards hell again. Right? Do you have a 5? I'm not trying to be a jerk. Do you have a 5? Do you have some, is this like, do you have somebody you can talk to? You know what I mean? Phil, yeah, because here's the thing, Bob. I love you. I don't want something bad to happen to you. Please do me a favor. I'm glad you're here. We'll do the Saturday and Sunday. My email is chase the heat@gmail.com. Email me. I'll do what I can to help you, honestly. But you got to want it, I know you're here. You're here. Look at this face, so you must want it. I can help. Philip DeSanto, quitting an addiction, cold turkey. My man, it better not be benzos or alcohol. Quitting benzos or alcohol, please do me a favor and consult a physician first. Those are 2 things that can end your time here. All right. So if you're quitting something, alcohol or benzos, please do me a favor and don't do it without consulting a doctor, please. Okay, I'm going through it. I'm starring all these comments. I'm clicking on the ones that seem really important. I promise you I'll get to all of them. I promise. Bob, I encourage you to follow your heart. If it's telling you, you're healing, telling you, you're heading for, and heal again. I'm sure the same. He'll heal again the same way. You're in the right place. You know it. You're aware of it. Your switch is up. You're aware that's happening. And I've said it before. Speaking it, saying it out loud, typing it takes away its sting. But you gotta want it. You gotta do something. You gotta want it. This, just to break a little humor here, I just got into Pepper YouTube. The consensus appears that Pepper X may not be the hottest pepper. What are some hotter peppers? Anything is hotter than a Pepper X because it doesn't exist. Sorry, but it's the truth. It doesn't exist. The picture they put up was a pepper, but it's not what they say it is, so don't even worry about it. Everything's hotter than a Pepper X. True story. I'm just now watching people say woohoo for Dylan, so I'm so far behind. So hang on, guys. I'm sorry I'm so far back. Left Eye Pat is a great friend of mine. Says, Bob, do your best to get a hold of it now because while you weren't drinking, the addiction was getting stronger, which means it'll be even harder to quit when the longer you go. It's the truth. You stop, it grows. If you stop an addiction like drinking, if I don't drink, I haven't had a drink in 5 years. If I start drinking tomorrow, I'd be drinking it as much, if not more, within a day or two, just like that. He's right. Valerie, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Nurse who loved me. Send your sober screenshots to Chase the Heat, my channel name plus Gmail. Guys, if you ever want to get a hold of a YouTuber, just type in their channel name plus Gmail, unless they've set up an alternate one. That usually is the what you get. Jane is always a support. Bob, thank you for speaking up and for sharing with us. We're here to support you, and you will be in my thoughts and prayers. When you see ones posted in the chat, it's us sending out love. Yeah, for those that are new, ones, it's virtual love. Sometimes it's prayer, sometimes it's vibration, it's healing, it's thoughts. You know what it is? It's virtual electronic hug from someone who's taken their time out of the day to tell you you matter and that they care. So that I should have told you that. So here's how you can reach me. If anybody's in a jam, please, that's how you can get me. All right. chasey@gmail.com. Jigsaw was a lurker. Johnny broke me out of my shell. Talking in the room and trying peppers. That's what I'm talking about. Bob Shield, you got this. Here's one thing that everybody needs to know. And I mean this. Everybody's struggling with a substance abuse or the problem. You are 10 times stronger than you think you are. When you're done, you look back and go, wow, I did that. I'm not proud of a lot of things. I'm more proud of my sobriety than the channel. The channel is just a channel. You know what I mean? I'm proud of my sobriety. And you guys are helpful. I'm having a bad day. And you guys this is helpful. So thank you. 31 years, Naughty Naga. 31 years this year. You know what's a funny thing about sobriety birthdays? Birthdays for years suck. You get older, it's like, but sobriety birthdays, they offset the birthday you have. The regular birthday, it's like, oh, I'm how old this year? Yeah, but what's my sobriety date? Nice. There's something special at watching that date grow. 31 years. Amazing. Thank you, Lynn. You're kind. I appreciate you. You guys, there are people here that probably don't even have a problem, but they're here for support. Beautiful thing. You know why this is special? You love your family because they're family. You got people in your life that aren't family and you love them. What's more special than that? Right? Philip DeSanto, please see a doctor, especially if you've been using alcohol or benzos. No joke. So today, families are mourning somebody who died because they were trying to do the right thing, quit cold turkey. Don't do it. Not with alcohol and benzos. I quit everything. And I never, ever stepped down on any of it. I quit cold turkey with every single thing. I was never addicted to benzos, but I did a mountain of them. But I never had withdrawals from alcohol. I never had shakes or anything like that. I was just a lush. But everything I quit all at once. And I'm not saying that's the way I do it. It's not. The truth of the matter is, as long as you get to the finish line sober, that's what matters. There's this battle within the sober community, like Suboxone. It's like, shut up with that. Get out of here with that. Of course you're sober. If you're not, you're taking Suboxone. It's giving you your life back. The people that say, oh, you're not sober, miss me with that. It pisses me off so much when people say that. It bothers me. So if you're taking that, good for you. I'm proud of you. Here's listen, I was a junkie for a long time. You know why? If you knew the ratchet things I did, if you knew some of the things I did because I was terrified of withdrawal, kicking doors in, robbing people, I'm not even joking. If you knew, if people need to know that you can get off your substance and do it without being in pain. PSA, please consult your doctor before making any changes to medication regimen or other medical decisions. Thank you, Kristen. You know what she is? She's there with the allegedlys when we need them. Side joke. She's there with the, thank you for that, Kristen. Turd Ferguson. I know it's Ryan. I'm calling you Turd, dude. Sorry. Want to be the best I can. He chose Turd Ferguson. Of course he wants to be Turd Ferguson. I want to be the best I can for myself and for my 13-year-old son and his amazing mother, whom I both love more than life itself. There's your why. Do you understand? When you have a why, it's a lot easier. A lot of people don't even know what their why is, or they're so in it, they can't even see the why. I'm proud of you, Ryan. I can't. Turd, I'm proud of you. Mischief Managed, thank you so much. The bus and the boat are like putting a nickel on that skipping record needle. I remember that, the nickel. I remember when a penny didn't work. I need another penny. Try a nickel. Wow, I totally remember that. That brought me back. I forgot. Everybody knows the record player, but I forgot about the. It's pretty cool. Allison, I journal every night, but not about sugar and carbs. Maybe I should add that light bulb moment. Here you go. Let me know how that works for you. Seriously, that's awesome. There's my email one more time for anybody who needs it. You got people who don't even know you, Bob, who are thinking about you for real. Got it. Shalom, my friend. Thank you for being here. Hope you're good today in Israel. I'm not even close to getting caught up, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying, but you guys are just faster. All right. Philip DeSanto, what an amazing question. There is an incredible correlation between sobriety and capsaicin, Philip DeSanto. And I'm not joking. Please hear me. I mean this. Anybody who's heard me has seen me post this thing 100 times. I fixed the typo. You'll notice. Look at this. Whoops. Hold on a second. Let me, just for a second, get back and remove your comments so you can see what I'm about to post. This is important. Are you ready? Eating spicy foods, capsaicin, all right? It causes your brain to produce hormones like serotonin, which makes you better equipped to deal with depression, anxiety, anger, and stress. Every single person in this chat, whether you have a substance you're trying to quit or one you've already quit, you could be somebody who's sober and never had a problem. Depression, anxiety, anger, and stress are triggers that make you want to slap somebody when you're in a mood, right? Well, if you're trying to get sober, depression, anxiety, anger, and stress are chief, like apex triggers, every one of them. You can eat something that's going to make those triggers less, Do it. I mean, do it. Settle. You don't listen. You don't even have to. It's not like you have to eat 10 million Scoville chili, like extract. You don't. Capsaicin, even just eat jalapenos, something. But do it. It's going to help, I promise. You're proud of Naughty Naga. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Benzodiazepine. There are things that you don't want to be, Valiums are in the same class. You don't want to withdraw from those. The withdrawals can kill you. For real. It's scary stuff. Today, someone in prisons, you know what happens in prison? People get arrested and we're going through intake. They said, do you have an addiction? They don't want to admit it. Who wants to admit you have an addiction? So they don't. They get inside and they end up withdrawing and die. It happens all the time. It's crazy. Xanax is probably, it's probably the most popular of the benzos. It's terrifying because, and the truth is, if you see one on the street, it's not what you're seeing. Everything on the street. I think if you get a corn dog on like Central Ave, it's going to have fentanyl. It has fentanyl in everything. You got to be careful. You can't experiment. There's no experimentation anymore. Tommy and I would be dead if we were a lot young kids today because of the way our personalities are. I promise you. You got to train you. Yeah, play fetch with your brain, you guys. All right. If you ever heard me say that, it's play fetch. If you have a dog in your front yard, you want to get him out of your yard, pick up a stick and throw it. The dog's gone. I don't care what it's doing in your yard. It could be dropping a deuce. If you throw a stick, it's going to stop what it's doing and chase the stick. Your brain is that way. When you're sitting here and you're craving, like, oh my God, you don't even realize it. Sometimes you can sit there, the ants are going after you, and you're feeling it, but you don't even realize it. An hour can go by and it's just get to the point where you're just like ready to snap. You have 5 senses. Playing fetch with your brain, treat your brain like a dog, and playing fetch, you have 5 senses. Eat something. Here's one of them. Smell something different. If you're in a room, get out of the room you're in. Go outside. Smell something outside. If you're inside, get outside. Look at something different. You're going to hear things that are different. Touch something different. Touch grass. Touch water. But if you can play fetch with your brain, I promise you it's going to help. But eat peppers. It helps. The reason we're doing this is like there is such a crossover. If you knew how many people in the chili community, put a 1. I'm not going to be able to see it because I'm so far behind in the chat. But if you've noticed that chilies have helped you wrestle a substance, put a 1 in the chat. Let people know it's for real. I don't get, look, I'm not doing this for my health. I'm doing it because I care and it's true. I don't just say things. It really does help a lot. Peppers do. Okay, I work in a gas station. I have a customer who's really struggling, having a really tough time with alcohol. I recommend the Lifeboat. I hope he watches. Man, me too, Jamie. Thank you for doing that. Look at this. Dylan, thank you, everybody. This channel and the Lifeboat are daily watches for me. I think I've dropped like 15 pounds too. You look good. You look good. I think your book will inspire more than a few folk. I see it giving them the courage to take that next step. It's coming, dude. Yep, I'm going to. See this? We all want to call you a turd, Ferguson. You've got a really good reason to get your life back together. You got a family you love is the bomb. We'll support you as best we can and help you get there. Much love to you all. How good is that? See this? He loves the name. You're right. I do love the name Turd Ferguson. And if anybody gets the reference, I love you too. I love all you regardless. Lisa J, thank you, everyone. I followed CTH, and seeing you go out of that box is amazing. Wow. Show some love to Mama to Scoville and hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, Linda. You're awesome. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm not even close. Not even close to catching up to the chat. I almost want to just go to the beginning of the chat, but I'm going to miss so much stuff. I was on the road to risking over drinking and perhaps alcoholism. Decided to stop drinking before becoming a full-on alcoholic. Good for you, man. See, I don't have that, man. By the time I was, those were navigational stakes that I couldn't see till I was way past them. I was like, holy crap, I'm in bad territory. But I didn't. Either that or I saw it, just didn't give a rip. I don't know, man. I don't know. Z says, just have to say thank you, Johnny, for doing this. I look forward to Sunday and getting another week of sobriety. Listen, thank you. Thank you for being here. we'll all lean into each other, man. This is what we do. It's how we get through it. Capsaicin and sobriety. There you have it, people. Clayton Hollingsworth, good to see you. Real deal, good to see you. Listen to this. Growing chili saved me from alcohol. I'm here watching, listening while I'm starting my seeds here in the UK. If it were not for the growing, I may not have been here to see my grandson born the 30th of December. Wow. So cool. I'm so proud of you. Seriously. Honestly, though, I remember the first 3 years of the channel, I was drinking, right? So I would go to these shows and I'd see all these guys that knew me and I knew them and they were all sober. I mean, sober. I don't just mean from drinking, from you name it, they're sober from it. And I was like, man, there's so many people in the chili community sober. There's a reason for it. I flipped the switch on April 10th, whatever day it was. And I mean, it was flipping a switch. I don't have cravings. It's a non, I know it sounds arrogant to say this. I don't want you to mistake it. I'm never going to lower my guard. Okay. That said, it's a non-issue in my life. Wicked non-issue. For real. I'm proud of that. Left eye pat, depression is the main reason I relapsed. And connection is the cure for so much of that, you know? God, I love you, Pat. Now, let me tell you something, you guys. Tommy says it a lot. I say it. I stole it from him. I don't know who he stole it from, but the opposite of addiction isn't sober cat. The opposite of addiction is this. This right here is the opposite of addiction. It's connection. You knew some of the ratchet crap people do, things that they end up being with people they shouldn't be with, the things they do because of isolation and loneliness. This right here is really, really important. Right there, get your hot stuff at Harvest 912, people, please. Look at that. He left and came back. I didn't even know it. I'm on the big screen now. Living room with a fire. Oh, sounds amazing. Thank you. Jamie, you're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Depression is a very formidable enemy, but not invincible. But it really is. You know what, though? Of all of them, depression is one of those things where if you talk about it, it helps a lot. But the problem is that's the last thing you want to talk about. You know what scares me? I've had so many concussions. When I get bouts of depression, I think it's because of CRT or whatever they call it. I mean, I've had like a dozen easy, like a dozen where a doctor said, yeah, dude, you got a concussion. I don't mean like the half a dozen more where I'm looking at myself going, I'm pretty sure I'm concussed. And that scares me. You know what I mean? Frightens me. And I don't get the good feelings from spice, just pain and then killer heartburn. I don't drink or take drugs. On the rare occasions I can't control my anxiety with a walk, I take half a gummy. Good for you. And this is really important to talk about. I'm not anti-drug. You guys understand that, right? I don't have a problem with gummies. I don't have a problem with a lot of things. I don't have a problem with any of them. I have a problem with all of them. I don't have a problem with other people. I really don't. I have a problem with addiction. I don't have a problem with drug use. I don't. You understand that 97%, as bizarre as it sounds, can use drugs and not have their life unravel like mine did. You know what I mean? So I don't, if you take a gummy or, every 6 months, if you got to reset your gauges with some psilocybin, man, power up. You're not going to get any judgment from me. Lisa Trimble, I love you. One's for everyone who needs and wants them. You guys, that's a good woman right there. That is my sister. Thank you, Lisa Trimble. You're amazing. I've had quite a day, you guys. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about this earlier. I got hacked. My PayPal got hacked. Oh, Arabian Bar. Look at this. Best 8 months ever. Thank you, Johnny, for driving a great bus. Say all the right things. Arwa, thank you. So my PayPal got hacked. All right. Now, I'm telling you, if this happened to me years ago, that's all it would have needed. I would have looked for reasons to go off the deep end. My PayPal got hacked. It's the second time in. You're still here, Brock. When was I with you in Ohio for that festival? You remember that? I got hacked that weekend, and I got hacked again today. And here's the thing. It's embarrassing. I don't ever keep money on my PayPal because it's a shame. It is what it is. I have two PayPals. I have a PayPal for business, which I have, and I have a PayPal for personal. I never keep money on my personal PayPal. And if I do, it's always that much. I had that much on my PayPal and it got snagged. But here's the good news. The reason I'm bringing it up. You know what's helping me get through it? Connection. With who? You. Do you guys see it? Connection fixes so many things. It fixes so many things. So the last time I got hacked, I called. It was a woman named Monique. I was in Ohio. This person was in a different state. I have all these extra things on my card because I've had it snagged before, So that you have to present the card. I'm with Brock. I'm hanging out at the Chili Festival. I got out of there and it was like 30 chart, one after the other. They were just buying stuff. And not even a lot of stuff, big stuff, just a ton of little stuff. And it was over $1,000. It took 6 months for them to repay me, and they didn't even pay it all back. And what I got snagged today is even more. And I'm bummed out about it. Trying not to think about it. Dean, let's say I love you, Dean. You know that, right? Thank you. If anybody who's getting those 5 memberships, check out the Couch Time. It's a lot more of this. Honest to God, you're going to hear why I am the way I am. Old Charlie, good to see you. True crime. My daughter was 24. Uh-oh. I missed something bad, I think. Oh, is that Jigsaw said that? No, it's true crime. I had a feeling I missed something terrible. I'm sorry, true crime. I did. I missed it. Here's the problem, guys. It's impossible to see everything as it flies by. And I feel horrible. I know there are people in this chat that I'm not going to say their name, and that makes me upset. Missy Ann, I don't love spicy, but I want to try it. Help fighting the binging. What is a good entry-level pepper? Jalapeno is a great one because it's super readily available, okay? It's not crazy hot. Don't eat the whole pepper because if you're not into it, you're not used to it, it's going to be ferociously hot. So just get a jalapeno, you can get in the grocery stores and just kind of a sliver of it. Every time you feel like you want to do that, I promise you it'll help. It will. Please do me a favor, though. Please let me know how it goes. True crime, I missed something horrible, and I don't know what I missed, but my heart's broken for you. I'm sorry for whatever it is, but there are people feeling it. I'm sorry it slipped by me, man. I really am. For new bus riders, there you go. Yeah, for everybody who has a bus pass, check it out. There's a lot. There's 170 plus videos there for you to check out. You know what, Jeff? All of my sauces, I believe, right now are out of stock, and we are revamping our sauce line. In the next 6 months or so, we'll have a new sauce line. So it'll be wonderful. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Connect with somebody. Hug someone. Tell someone you love them. A lot of people that love you here. True Crime Nut. Mischief Manage. Her daughter was 23 when she passed in a car accident. Still on meds for the depression and PTSD. Love you guys. For real. ChaseTheHeat@gmail.com. I promise you, anybody who's ever emailed me, you know what? People email me to sell me stuff or to get me to review something, and I may not email those people, all those people back, but I promise you, if you email me with an issue, you're going to get an email back. So if you need anything, please reach out to me. Lisa, I didn't use it as an excuse to drink or drug or anything else. So that was good. You know what? I want to find out. I didn't even have the desire to use. You know what I had the desire to do? Find out who did it. Like, I'm not a 911 dude. I don't even know their phone number. I don't know how to call the cops. But I'll tell you what, I'd like to find the person who did it and just have a conversation with them for a few minutes. Really, really love that. That's what I was thinking about. It's like what I would do to that person. Isn't that terrible? Yeah. Veggie Beard says you can get pepper capsules, dehydrated peppers like cayenne and such. You take them as a supplement as well. I'm just more into the taste one, but yeah, you absolutely. There are people, they make cayenne pills for sure. You know what? There's a lot of suffering in this chat right now. There's a lot of broken people, but there's a lot of people here who care. You know what I mean? We're here. Noah, geez Louise. My biological grandpa left my mom and her brother when they were babies back in their life in later years, but died of drug and alcohol abuse in 2014. I only have pics of him with me as a baby. You know what happens when somebody gets sober? When somebody gets sober, it's just like throwing a pebble. You know what I mean? When someone's loaded and they're addicted, it's like a pebble, but it's like an atom bomb. It creates ripples, but just destroys everything around it. It affects everything in such a negative way. But here's the thing: when Tommy and I were doing the crap we were doing, I never thought about the ripples I was creating. But you're creating ripples, whether you think you are or not. But when somebody gets sober, like 7 days sober, so 3 days sober, it doesn't matter how sober, like Dylan's success, all of our achievements that we're sharing in, but that's a big deal. It's a huge deal. We're here for each other. That's what it's all about. Yeah, and you know what? The more of a connection with people, here's why. Do you guys notice when you're in it? Like, I've been addicted to everything. There's no point in giving you a list. Honestly, think of them all. I've been addicted to them. As the addiction gets bigger, you start walling stuff off. Anything that's good in your life, what do you do with it? You push it away from you. True. I mean, I'm just telling you because I've been there. So connection. I love that there are people here that care about you, True Crime Nut. I love there are people here that love you and that Here's the thing: when you have people that you love, you know why I hold up the trophy when Dylan shares his success? Because we all win. When one wins, we all win. When we share in each other's success, it's exciting, But when one of us is hurting, right? Don't we all feel it? But that's what I mean. It's like get involved, become a part of somebody else's sobriety, and it'll do the world for yours. Turd Ferguson, a bus pass is a channel membership. Did Turd get one? It's fun to shorten it and just call him Turd for short. I'm sorry, but it is. Boudicaboo, have I ever done time, Johnny? You know what? Tommy and I were thinking about doing a show. I've been arrested a lot of times. Been in county more times than I want to know, and I want to tell you guys about. But I've never done time. I've always dodged the bad ones. And I mean, listen. If you like that is another one of the things that I wrestled with. When Tommy got pinched and he went to jail, he got a good rip. And I didn't. And the guilt that I wrestled with every single day he was in there. Like, why is he there? I'm not, Lisa, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Extra ones. You know what? She's not fooling. She's praying. She prays. She's a prayer warrior. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, Kate, my 6-year-old passed in 93 from bone cancer. I still suffer with PTSD, depression, anxiety. Wow. I can't fathom that. I don't know what that's like. I have no idea. I'm really sorry. But it's a heartbreaker. It really is. But you know what's really funny? Honestly, like my problems are so minimal when you sit down and talk like this. But doesn't this move the needle in a good direction? Just this sort of connection, doesn't it? Bob Shield, look at this. Bob Shield got a bus pass. I truly believe God led me here tonight. Bank on that. He doesn't make mistakes, and I don't believe in coincidences, dude. I've watched your videos for a long time and have a strange obsession with peppers. I never knew you struggled with that. I struggled. Went to college. My dad says, drink Canada Dry, and I tried to. Boom, boom. Yeah, I tried. Listen, Bob, everything. But we'll be here, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. Check out the Couch Time series, please. Delta, no, they don't. No. They're going to probably. Here's what happened. It was 4 payments. Charges of $400. Here's the bizarre thing that blows me away. it was the exact amount that I had in that account. So that was it. Did that? I don't understand how they, you know what I mean? It wasn't like there was a bunch of charges. They left $3. They got every penny. 4 charges of $400. I'll probably get some of that back. I don't know how long though. And yep, it will pass. It's not going to kill me. It's just one of those things. You know, honestly, people are losing family members, and you know what I mean. It's like this is piddly. It doesn't matter. So, you know, here's the thing. I people say, well, you know, I've been burned by PayPal before. Well, you know, fool me once. Well, what am I supposed to do? I mean, my bank account's been hacked. I'm supposed to, you know, not have a bank. I mean, my Cash App's been hacked. I'm supposed to trade wampum and beaver pelts. I mean, you have to have an account. There's nothing I can do, right? This is what, you know, it's the world we live in now. It sucks, but it is what it is. Mischief Managed, thank you so much. Man, throwing green around like crazy tonight. Thank you so much, Mischief Managed. It's crazy. Here's the bottom line. If somebody wants to get your dough, they're going to get your dough. It's just that simple. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you saying that. I'll tell you a funny story. I had a relative who, he wasn't even you ever have the uncle that's kind of a family member, but he's not really an uncle. Silver Surfer, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are all awesome. I really appreciate it. I had a relative. It wasn't really a relative, but I loved him like one. And he owned a Mercedes-Benz Porsche dealership. Family friend forever. He had this beautiful steep sloping grass on the front of the amazing dealership. It was a crazy dealership. You look at it like, oh my God. And on the sloping grass, there was this platform. It was on an angle with a Porsche 930 from 1976, vintage, like totally restored 930 turbo on an angle. And this thing had lights on it, and it would rotate like this all night, 24/7, rotate on an angle on this pedestal. Someone stole that. I remember talking about it. There was not a mark on the grass where a crane could have done it. It was a town, a small town. If somebody wants it, they're going to get it. Somebody wanted my $1,400, $1,600, and they got it. That's okay. You know, here, I hope they needed it more than I do. Right? Jeff Coy, Willy Wonka. Money's not that important. They make more of it every day. You know, they never stop. It's nonstop making money. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Let me go get to the starred questions that I've been starring for the last hour that I never even got to. So hold on. All right. Noah says, addiction to whatever it may be is just a temporary Band-Aid. When you're doing whatever it is, you feel good. After it wears off, you got to do it again. And really, with me finding out why I did all the crap I did in the first place was a super giant component in giving me the confidence that I know, you know, bad things happen. If you can figure out why, though, Jesus, that puts you in a good spot. Nurse who loved me. It's funny because I'm a qualified counselor in 3 fields, including mental health, alcohol, and other drugs. And I ended up with a drinking problem. No one's immune. Hey. Listen, you're safe here, right? You're safe here. Nobody's, yeah. Well, here's the thing about addiction. It's not a racist. It doesn't give a damn about your socioeconomic situation. It doesn't care who your daddy is. If your mom's a politician, if your dad's a lawyer, doesn't, you know, it's brutal. It's brutal. Stacks, great name. Your brain will try anything to trick you into getting that dopamine hit. No matter how damaging or harmful something is, your brain will do anything to get you that feel-good hit. Right? That's what I meant in the very beginning, where I think I was born with an addiction to dopamine. I really like it, apparently. Dang, you ruined my payoff. Let's rewind and imagine you said, no, I didn't like him. I was going to say, why not? Did he write something bad about you in your book? Oh, Shakespeare. There you go, Bizzle. I'm the weirdo that likes Shakespeare. I'm sorry, dude. Jane Aldrich says, can we get some ones for Bob Shield? You know, I'm glad I didn't get it the first time because everybody else saw it and gave him some ones, and now we're going to give him some more ones. And that's love. It's emotional support. It's just a, hey, you know what? I care today. See my one? I'm saying I care. It can be a prayer. It's whatever. Listen, nobody judges anybody here for who you kneel to at night when you pray, or you know what I mean. But that's really cool. Thank you for the love and support. It means the world. I must have missed one of your videos. You're coming up with a book. You must have missed one. I think you may have missed a lot. It's okay. Yeah, the book's done. It's it's done. Listen, we're almost at 7,000 videos. Even the most hardcore fan of the channel has never probably seen more than 1,000 or two. I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of videos. If you have any psychologists in the chat, something's wrong with you, right? They're sitting back going, no, they're taking notes. Florence, my daughter's boyfriend is a mean alcoholic. Wish you could find sobriety. Boy, it's scary, especially when it's with your daughter. Talking to Brock about that today. Daughters are different. They're special. My daughter, I met her boyfriend. They've been together for 5 years. I knew about him for a long time. The first time I met him, he's a very nice kid. But I just said, if my daughter ever calls me upset, I'm going to kill you. He just looked at me waiting for that giggle. And there was no giggle. In fact, I was just at a Christmas party with my niece. My niece, I love her so much, my sister's daughter. She has a new boyfriend. I said, is he a good guy? I said, yeah. I said, are you ever going to call me upset? She goes, I hope not. Does he know what I'm going to do if you do call me upset? He goes, maybe you should tell him. My dad won't. So when we were leaving, I said, it was good meeting you. My niece, if she ever calls you upset, I'm going to dig a hole. He just looked at me. I think he thinks I'm kidding. Jenny Palmer, I chose not to drink because my dad's dad drank after World War II and my dad drank after Vietnam. I chose to break that cycle. Golly. That's so important. My gosh, is that important? You know how hard it is to break a cycle of anything? I'm proud of you. You know what? Google about it. Excuse me. Journal about it. Write about those specific things. Like I think you alluded to that when we were talking earlier. Go for that. I'm going to talk to Tommy because he's smarter than I am. All right, now I'm back to the chat, and it's cool. Only 93 comments have gone by. Goodness gracious. True Crime Net. Am I incognito? I hit a wrong button. I'm seeing you. You look marvelous. I don't think so. Johnny said something once when guesting on the lifeboat, being a dopamine doubler, about being hooked on dopamine, resonated deeply with me. I don't know. I just do things like people will say, like, here's the thing. I've done a lot of things just for the sake of the adrenaline rush. Oh, by the way, Tommy's not watching this. Turd Ferguson, I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard the answer. Ones are just virtual love. Some people are believers. I'm going to pray for you, man. I'm a believer. I'm going to pray for you, Turd. Never said that before. Sometimes it's just a positive vibration, good feelings, thoughts and prayers, whatever. It's just, you know what it is? It's just electronic virtual love from someone who wants you to know that you matter. That's all. Yep. Miss Kelby, I was eating spicy food and stumbled upon your channel. Well, hello, you stumbled onto the right channel because we eat a lot of spicy food here. It's also, we do a lot of things here. You'll find guitar videos, cat videos. You'll find live streams like this. This is Sober Weekend. I am a sober person. Thank God. And what we're doing tonight is there's a correlation, Miss Kelby, with capsaicin, stuff that makes spicy food spicy, and sobriety. In fact, I just showed this a moment ago, but I'll show it again. This is, whoops, hang on a minute. Let me remove your comment so I can let you see this. Here's why we're all here today, Miss Kelby. When you eat spicy stuff like peppers, it's going to drive up your serotonin, which is going to help you deal better with depression, anxiety, anger, and stress. And you may not be somebody with a problem, but you know what? If you punch your neighbor or your spouse or your friend, it's because of anxiety, stress, anger, frustration, all that stuff. So really, it's all about good. Peppers are helping people get sober. So that's what we're doing here. Old Charlie is addicted to good music. Well, that's a good thing to be addicted to. I like good music. You know what? Music's great because where it is in your brain, takes you back. Pretty cool. can rifle you back to a moment in time. I almost died after at 15 chugging a bottle of Captain Morgan. Ugh. Glad you didn't, Walter Wild. Really glad you did. Nah, old Charlie. He's trying to be curmudgeon-y. I don't buy that. You're the life of the party. Why, if we were in one room, you'd have the lampshade on your head. Phil DeSanto, does anyone use one of those sobriety apps or better? Yeah, I don't use the BetterHelp one, but let me show you the one I use. Not that it matters because it's all about you, not the app. Okay, this is what the app looks like. The app I use is called I Am Sober. It's got 3 little triangles, varying colors of blue, green, and purple. And I Am Sober. And that's 16,000. Don't let that bother you. That's just things I'm supposed to respond to. It's nothing. Benny. So that was a long time ago, but thank you for saying that. Am I into adventure sports? Funny you ask. I'm about to tell you this the other night. The day before Tommy split to go get married or propose. Excuse me. This is really great. You got anybody who's been watching for a while? Some people are gonna say, "What is that?" It doesn't matter to me at all. But I've been trying. Tommy and I jumped out of a plane once a long time ago, and I've been trying to get him to jump out of a plane again. But he won't do it. He won't do it because he's scared that I'm gonna go off the deep end, and I'm gonna, I want a wingsuit, okay? And it's something I have to do. And he thinks that I'm gonna just wingsuit like I eat peppers and like try to hug riverbeds and. But we were sitting around the other day, and he brought it up. We was like, we should check it and see how much it costs. I'm like, I had my phone out, Google how much it costs to get certified. We're going to go get certified. And I was joking. I went, ooh, my plan is working. And they, he got mad at me for a second. I'm like, come on, dude, give me a break. We're not kids anymore. So I'm going to end up doing some wingsuit skydiving because I really want to. Charles Everett, I'm at a bar now. What else do? I need help. Well, for starters, the fact that you're looking at this, sitting at a bar, tells me your head's in it. There's part of you that really wants to get well. I can't tell you what to do, Charles. I can tell you what I would do if I was in a bar and I wanted to get well. Surroundings, I'd get out of the bar, is what I would do. Charles, listen, no joke. My email is Chase the Heat. My channel is Chase the Heat, right? Just throw gmail.com at the end of it, and you can email me, and I'll help you. I'm not blowing sunshine up your skirt. I mean it. If you need help, I'll help you. But I'm not going to tell you, get off that stool and get out of that bar. I'm not that guy. I can tell you, if you come to me, you email me, we'll go at it. We'll come up with a plan. But you've got to decide what to do with respect to where you're at right now. I want to help you. I want to see you beat something. I really do. Good old Charlie. I told you he'd be wearing the lampshade. Indeed. Yeah, don't drive. Whatever you do, it's a good thing. Please, Jason says, start by leaving safely. Here's the thing. We're living in a day and age where if you get in a car after drinking, you should be slapped around. There's a million apps. You don't drink and drive. This, Charles, please check out. Thank you, Brock. My brother's channel, The Lifeboat. This is just 2 days a week. His channel has a lot more about sobriety than mine. Okay. But don't drink and drive, man. Here's the thing, man. You didn't walk to the bar. You drove there, and you're in there. You aren't drinking water. You're drinking alcohol. It scares the crap out of me. You know what I mean? I don't want you to hurt somebody else. I don't want you to hurt yourself. I hope you have Uber or Lyft, something on your phone. But I hope I get an email from you, Charles. I mean it. I'll help you. I don't know. Did you want me to say get up and get out of that bar? If you were my friend and we know each other for a long time and you were in the process of trying to get well, if I was your good friend, Charles, Here's the deal. If I hung out with you all the time, I'd probably be aware of the fact that there was something going on. You probably needed to rein it in a little bit. So I would say to you, come on, dude, let's go hang out. Let's go play some, do something. Got to do something other than sitting where you're at. You know what I mean? So, but don't drive. Don't drive. Please. Okay. The only problem with playing a game of pool, you gotta get out of the bar is what you gotta do. Nothing, I won't go to a bar. Clayton Hollingsworth. My mother was killed by a drunk driver. Please don't drive, Charles. Thank you for sharing that, Clayton. All right, Charles, listen, we're going to wrap it up now. I hope, I'll be thinking about Charles for the rest of the night. You know what, Charles? You're not a young guy. I have a funny feeling you're not. Think about it. Take inventory. All right. I'm waiting for your email, Charles. You'll get it back right away. I mean it. Thank you all for being here. I love all of you. Thank you, everybody who gave super chats. Thank you, Lisa, and everybody who gave bought memberships for people. Thank you guys so much. Charles, email me, damn it. All right, I'm waiting on you. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm Johnny Scoville. Boy, you know what? I feel like you were trained by Dizzy. That was a Dizzy move. We're going to have to hang out for a few minutes. I can't bail. Dylan just gave a super chat. I love you, Dylan. We're going to hang for a little bit longer. Oh, yeah. Dylan used to do that. Dizzy used to do that. What he would do is this. He wouldn't even be a super chat. He just wait to the very last say, oh, I'm sorry, I just got here. Didn't you do that too, Lego? I think you did it too, Lego. We'll hang for just another minute. Charles Everett, I'm listening. Thank you, Johnny. I mean it, dude. Look, I'm looking at your – here, hold on a second. Play a little detective here. Let me see how old you look. You're 35, maybe 34. You got a beautiful girl with your arm around her, and it looks like the beach is behind you. Get out of the bar, dude. Sorry. Give me, if you could, I'll tell you what. Well, since we're here for a little longer, give me one good reason why you should stay in that bar. I'll agree with you. All right. I'll wait. One good reason. That's all. Just one good reason. You tell me. All right. One reason. We're going to hang here. He's going to leave. Attaboy. When you get home, what are you going to do? You're going to email me. I'll be a lot less of a prick in the email. I promise you. I'm just worried for you. You know what I mean? You're not driving, are you? I hope you're not. When you get home, email me. It won't take too long. Do the voice to text. You just say it. Here's the email address right here. Thank you, Jason. You got a lot of people who don't even know you. You understand how this is important? This is where it starts. There are no accidents. You think you accident? Who's accidentally in a bar accidentally stumbles into a Chase TV video? That wasn't by accident, bro. You can do this, and we can all help. All right. So, is that him? No, it's not. It's Bizzle. I love you, Bizzle. There we go. Change the things you play and change the things and the places you play. Change you play things and play places. That's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to have to. And you know what? Oh my God, life is better. Wait, listen, I don't know about you. Let me just tell you this, all right? Dilrod, boy, we're going to be here 7 hours later. Thank you, Dilrod. I can tell you, I'm not going to tell you what it's like for you, but I can tell you that there were times I averted my eye contact when I shaved in the morning. And I'm not just saying that. There were times where shaving was a bitch. Sorry. I couldn't stand the way I look. I couldn't stand looking at myself. And when you can hold your head up and look in the mirror, it's a pretty great feeling. But Charles, seriously, reach out to me. Dilrod. Well played, my friend. Very, very well played. Yeah, it's like the Disney and Lego playbook. They'd wait until they'd know I'd be on for an hour. I'd say, I'm going to be on for an hour. About 5 minutes before I'm leaving, they'd sneak in. I just got here. There's not. There's no. Yeah, there is now. So there are people in your life. There is now. I will email you. You're not driving. Oh boy. Good. This is where it begins. This is where it begins. I'm excited. You know what happened? The student was ready. Do you remember in the beginning? Someone said to me, I think it was Noah. Said, I have a friend who drinks. I don't know how to talk to him. Got any ideas? Remember what I said? I said, everybody has a window and it opens once in a while. You just got to catch them when the window is open. I said, remember what I said to you? If the window's closed, you can say every word perfectly, eloquently, like Tommy, better than me, and it won't matter, right? But Charles' window flew open in the bar. It's a beautiful thing, right? Because that just happens all the time. It's pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. Real deal. It's in his happy place right now, starting his seeds. Don is a rock star, says, I'm glad you're here, Charles Evett. So am I, man. I am too. I really am. See, I wasn't kidding. This is how it works. We're all loved here. Yeah, you are. This is amazing to watch in real time. It's a beautiful thing. What it is, you know what? Look, if someone was drowning and they stuck a hand up, you're going to grab it, right? That's all we're doing. You know. The Silver Surfer, you're a riot. Are the students ready? The master will appear. No, here's the thing, though. And thank you for saying that. But the truth of the matter is, when the window's open, I could have had Tourette's. I could have been like, I could have been stumbling all over my words, babbling. It wouldn't have mattered. When the window's open, the window's open. I didn't even need to say anything. You know what it probably was, you guys? It probably was something he's in a. Think about this for a minute. He's in a bar. What is he not doing very well? Listening. So what is he doing very well? Reading. I'll bet you $1,000. I'll bet you the $1,600 that was scanned from me in PayPal today, that he read something in a chat and saw something that motivated him. So that's a you thing, you guys. That's a you thing. Exactly, old Charlie. You know, for a crotchety guy, you come up with some pretty good things here, old Charlie. I think you like ZZ Top. See, we like the same music, you and me, Charlie. I know we do. Charles is definitely going to stick around. Do you want to know why? He felt something important today. He felt, you know what he felt? He felt judgment-free support from strangers. That's what he felt. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Yeah. From the sound of Charles picks, there's a lot of reasons to never drink and drive. And a great reason to get sober. For real. See, Charlie's hilarious. See, he does listen to he loves ZZ Top. You like 38 Special? You like actually maybe not 38 Special, but you definitely a ZZ Top guy. Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's an us thing, Don. It absolutely is an us thing. Thank God for it. When you think you're okay to drive after drinking, you're really not. Think of the innocent lives you could lose. Not just that, I got a DWI, you guys. It sucked. It's the reason I couldn't go to Australia. It's a reason. Horrible thing. You guys are all awesome. Okay, we stayed a little longer. I don't feel so bad now. I feel like I kind of, we stuck on a little longer because of last super chat. I used to have a wicked ZZ Top beard, but I shaved it off. Now I just got this little thing. This is what it used to be, you guys. Just like a week ago. That's how long the goatee was. Obscenely long. Do you want to hear something else that happened the day that I got pulled over? Since we're talking about it, I got pulled over. I'm going to make you buy the book. We'll make you buy the book. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. You guys are all rock stars, every one of you. I appreciate you being here. Charles, if you're still watching, waiting on that email, dude. Thank you, True Crime Nut. And listen, you're going to be in my prayers tonight for real. Everybody, everybody. A lot of heartache here. And we're boring Charlie again. All right, you guys, you're awesome. I love you. Tell someone you love them. We'll be talking about Charles soon because that guy is a winner waiting to happen. Can't you sense it? Because I can. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the